Hi guys, welcome along to a nice little flow today. My name is Shad. If you haven't practiced with me before, thank you so much for taking the time to just focus and be present on your mat today. I am coming to you from my one-on-one studio, Soulbird, which is based in Hamilton, New Zealand, and I specialize in working with people one-on-one to help give them a better understanding of their body, their breath, yoga, mindfulness, all of those good things, and just a more zen kind of feeling about life. So let's get started. Come to the very back of your mat to start. And we're going to take the hands down onto the mat, find a tabletop position to start. We're just going to get straight into it today. Moving into a bit of cat-cow, drop the belly, inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, push back, rinse out. Maybe you sway the hips side to side. And let's just flow through here. So it's a nice big drop of the belly, and then an exhale to rinse, round out through the shoulders. And we're just gonna go a couple of times. Try to find a bit of freedom and movement through your spine. And try to find deep breaths here. So you're always exhaling as you push the mat away, and inhaling as you drop, open, lift the gaze. One more round here. Exhaling to rinse away. Inhale to drop. Open the chest and find a nice neutral tabletop. Let's take the right hand to the center of the mat. Lift your left arm up to the sky and find this nice big open space across the chest here. Twisting out through the waist, take a twist. Left shoulder is going to come down, thread the needle, stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling, and let's just look up to the thumb here. Find this space. We're going to bring your right hand down to touch the left and then lift it back up to the sky, and then stretch the right arm long out in front of you to find thread the needle pose here. Right palm is pressing down firmly onto the mat. Nice deep breaths. If you've got a bit more space, bind back. So you're going to wrap that top arm all the way back, keep the gaze up. If you don't have the bind, don't worry about it. It's all good. Let's unfurl, come all the way back into your neutral tabletop here. And then when you're ready, left side, left hand to the center, peel your right arm up, open the chest, feel that same space, and then coming all the way through, stretching, placing your right shoulder to earth. Take the left arm straight up to the sky to start, give the fingers a little wriggle, and then take your palms to touch, making a nice long prayer here. Take the left arm back up to the sky as you inhale, exhale, stretch the left fingertips long, thread the needle, breathing fully in, completely out, and then just binding, wrapping all the way back. Gaze can stay up here, tuning into your breath. Gently unfurl, come down into tabletop once again, and let's find downwards facing dog. Spread the fingers out, feet are hip width apart. Have a little pedal out here through your heels, open the hamstrings. Notice if there's that kind of buckling through the shoulders. I want you to push the mat away. Work on getting a nice straight line from your wrists all the way up to your tailbone. And maybe you've got tight hamstrings, so you're kind of keeping a bend. That's totally fine. Maybe you've got a little bit more space. Find your breath here. Fully inhaling, completely exhaling. Looking forward, walk the feet to the top of the mat. We're going to take the two big toes to touch. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, forward fold to bow. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then when you're ready, let's move through a sun salutation. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bow. Halfway lift to lengthen. Two hands to the mat. Step back for a high plank. Hold here. 3 breaths, activating the core. 2, 1. Option to drop to the knees or come down to chaturanga, elbows in nice and tight. Good work. Upwards facing dog. Push the floor away, lift the gaze. Downwards facing dog, hips are up high. And just find your breath here. If you're doing this at home, really good on you. I know it's hard to have the discipline at home to commit to a home practice, but hopefully You know, you are creating the space to practice at home and just committing to it. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, you know, start to build that capacity to find the discipline to get onto your yoga mat each day. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in, long breath out. Take your right leg up to the sky as you inhale. Looking forward, step through. Find a lunge. Lift the arms up, crescent lunge. Deep breath in, long breath out. Drop the back knee down, take a prayer with the hands and begin to search for space as you look back. Lean back. Find a back bend. Come all the way back up to neutral, tuck the toes at the back, and then take warrior two. Peel the arms open. Make sure the right foot's on the outside, flip the front palm, lift up to reverse. Gaze is up. When you're ready, come down onto the mat, left hand is to earth, high on your back toes, right arm is up. Take a deep breath in here. Long breath out. Option to go back and take the back foot. So see how you feel. This just may not be available to you today, and that's fine. So maybe you just work with that back knee dropping, sink into the hips, work into that. If you've got the space, take the foot. Find the breath here. Deep breath in. Nice long breath out. We're going to go into a half splits. So you're going to straighten out through this right leg. Inhale, maybe sway the hips, look forward, exhale, bow. Again, inhaling, exhale, bowing. Try to get your forehead to touch the shin. It's all good. If it's nowhere near, don't worry about it. When you're ready, looking forward, lifting all the way back to split dog. So you're going to be lifting this right leg up to the sky. We're going to stack the hips all the way over. I'm going to hope that I don't knock out any plants. Drop back behind you. Peel open for Wild Thing. Breathing. Closing everything off for high plank. Deep breath in. Lower down. Upwards facing. Downwards facing. Starting to feel that heat moving through the body. Left leg is going to lift up. Big step through. Crescent lunge we begin. Nice work. Inhale to rise, reach up. Drop the back knee to earth. Take a little point through the hands, maybe your prayer through the hands. Take a back bend. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes at the back. Peel open for your warrior two. Take your time here. Deep breath in. Sink a little deeper. Flip the front palm, reverse. When you're ready, come down to the floor, same as before. Right hand is to the mat, lift the left arm up. We've got this big twist, high on your back toes. Drop your back knee down to earth, and then just see where you're at. Maybe you can go ahead and pick that back foot up. Maybe it's not there, and that's also totally fine. Just a nice deep breath in, a long full breath out. 2 more like this. Sink into the hips as much as you can. Really challenge yourself here. Lean into it. 1 more breath. When you're ready, release. Straighten out through that left leg. Half splits. Inhale to look forward. Lengthen that spine. Exhale to bow. Keep pulling those hips up and back. Activate that left foot. Deep breath in. Long breath out. When you're ready, lift the gaze, look forward. Take both hands down onto the floor and lift this left leg up to the sky. Just like we did before, split dog, drop the foot over and back. When you come back, land onto the ball of the foot. Open up to find your Wild Thing here. Nice deep breath in. Maybe a wheel if you want, if you've got that space available to you. Close everything off. High plank, deep breath, inhale. Exhale to lower. Up dog, down dog. Walk the hands back to your feet, mindfully here. So there's no rush. We're really looking for controlled movement. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow. Head is heavy. Breathing. Halfway lift. Hands under feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Breath. Releasing, inhale. Release, come all the way up to standing, both arms are up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take the two big toes to touch underneath you. And let's find a little balance here. Take the right foot in front of the left for tight rope. When you're ready, close the eyes. Keep the focus on your breath. And just notice which little stabilizing muscles are working to hold you in space. Maybe you're not being held in space, and that's totally fine. Find a little smile. If you fall out, begin again. Keep the eyes closed, transition. So right foot is going to stay glued down. Step the left foot in front of the right. Find that balance here. Nice deep breath. Stillness, focused. Good, stepping all the way back. Nice. Inhale to rise, lift up, forward fold. Exhale, walk the hands out to find downwards facing dog, setting up into dolphin pose. So you're going to come down onto your elbows to your forearms. So working the elbows down onto the mat. And just finding them in line with the shoulders, breathing here, pushing away. If this is tricky for you, then I just want you to work here. Work on drawing your chest towards the thighs, pushing into the elbows, really lifting and creating space in behind the shoulders. If you have more space, maybe you are coming into a headstand. So you may interlace your fingers and slowly begin to walk the feet all the way. Take the crown of the head to the floor and adjust the elbows if you need to. Lift the legs up if you have space. If this isn't in your practice yet, don't worry about it. We're just trying to find a bit of free flow, a bit of movement. If you're holding in dolphin pose, hold it in dolphin pose. Work those shoulders. If you're in headstand, coming down. We move back through dolphin with control, and then downwards facing dog. Really good, just finding your feet here, pedaling it out. Take your right leg to the sky, inhale nice and tall, stepping for triangle pose, setting up the feet. Come up to standing, arms are out, nice and long here. Inhale, stretch to the front of the mat, pull the weight down for your triangle pose. Gaze is up. You might be taking your hand to the ankle or the shin, maybe you're on a block or the floor, or you might grab the big toe. Find this nice stretch along the top of the side body here, gaze is up. Deep breath in, long breath out. I'm going to take revolving triangle. Left hand comes down to earth, peel the right arm up, rinsing out. Breathing here, gaze is up. You can always have your hand on a block if you want to. And then coming back to your triangle pose, lift and peel open, gaze is up. Let's take a bind to wrap back. Option to come into half moon pose. If you're just working where you are, do that. If you want to block under your left hand, that's also good. Lift that top heel up, the top arm, the gaze, breathe. If you do have a sugar cane in your practice, working into that, breathing. Let's release. Come down slowly, slowly, all the way to the floor. Good. And just pivoting to the other side, all the way. One side might be different to the other. See how you feel. The body is always changing, just depending on what our lives are like, what our patterns are like, you know, how we're holding our posture daily. So every day is going to be different. Let's take that revolving triangle here. Big twist, big lift, big breath. One more. Release. Come back down. Peel the left arm, right arm. I actually did the opposite side so I wouldn't be facing away from you guys. Peel the top arm up, take your bind here, and then we're going to move into half moon. So maybe you're moving into half moon. If you want to stay in your triangle, awesome, stay there. Lift this top back leg up and work on peeling open, creating that space. Breathing fully in, fully out. Let's take a bind. Go back, all the way back. Maybe push into the standing leg. And we release all the way back. So good. Come up to standing. Pivot the feet. Let's sit up for a wide-legged forward fold. Take the hands to the hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow. You're going to walk your hands through as far as you can, keeping the heel of the hand glued down onto the mat. See how far through you can go. Maybe you even work towards taking the crown of the head onto the floor. Wherever you are, I want you to work into kind of gripping the knee caps up your legs so the quads are nice and active, holding the hips nice and stable here, and then pushing down into the floor to draw the crown of the head further to the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale. See if you can lean a little further into it here. When you're ready, halfway lift, we lengthen. Walk both hands over to your left leg. Exhale, bow the forehead in towards your left shin. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Other side, all the way over, lengthen. Exhale to bow. One more breath. Come back to center. Inhale to lengthen. Up to standing. Nice work. Let's come to the top of the mat. Two big toes to touch, hands at heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow. Half lifts. Step or jump back. Lower. Upwards facing dog. Downwards facing dog. Gently walk your feet all the way up to your hands. And slowly allow yourself to unfurl into standing, lifting the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, standing balance. I'm just going to turn to face you guys so, you can feel a little bit more connected this way. When you're ready, picking up your right knee, squeezing in towards the chest. Option to grab the big toe, inhaling, kicking out. Option to open the hip on your next exhale. Back to center. Bend the knee. Lower to earth. Nice work. Other side, when you're ready, maybe you give the toes a little wriggle. Picking up, drawing the knee in towards the chest to start. And then take a hold of the hip, the big toe. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, kick. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Breathe. 2. Welcome the wobbles. Last one. Back to center. Bend that knee in. Nice work. And have a little wriggle out through the heels. Hands are going to come to heart center. Let's move through a vinyasa. Meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Step or jump. Upwards facing. Downwards facing dog. And let's meet into a seated position. Nice work today, everybody. Can step or jump through. Scoot the hips on through there. Find your legs out long in front of you. And let's work into some forward folds. From here, taking a nice deep breath in, lift up to lengthen. Exhale, lean forward. Find your forward fold. If you've done practices with me before, or probably with any teacher, if you feel quite tight through the hamstrings, take a little bend in the knees. Let yourself just be soft. If you've got the space, then why not work on taking a bind, stretch it out, tune into breath here. When you're ready, come all the way back up. I'm going to take both feet together, knees out nice and wide. Inhale, lift up to lengthen. Exhale, lean forward. Open the hips out. Work on maybe taking the hands out in front of you. See how far you can go. Head is heavy. You might sway the chest side to side. Just work on creating space here. You might rinse the neck and shoulders out. Just kind of winding down and wrapping up our practice today. You know, just enough to get moving, have a little bit of a play with, you know, how you feel moving through those transitions. Knees into chest, lying down onto your back. And also, you know, a little bit of letting go of the outcome as well, right? So from here, let's take a pigeon pose reclined. You're going to take your right foot over your left knee and then grab a hold of the back of the left thigh. And if you want to, you can take a hold of the top of the left knee if you've got that space there. Just working into the right hip and just breathing. With these classes, I really didn't want to plan them. I just wanted it to be like a fun, kind of intuitive, you know, half an hour or 20 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it is, just for you to kind of dive into. And I think I like that. So let me know if you guys are enjoying these little classes on YouTube. And I'm going to do my best to keep them coming weekly. If you're here, well done, be here. I'm going to take a few little circles with this left hip, so just really working into that right hip joint there. And then releasing back down, and let's move to the other side. So left ankle is stacking across. Feel into that space and then find a bind that's suitable for you today. Sometimes one side is different to the other, and that's okay. So just feeling out any tension through the hip, maybe lean into it. Use your breath to cleanse, release. When you're ready, releasing all the way down, nice work. Keep the feet hip width apart and just gently drop both knees over to the right side. Take the gaze to the left. And then just going back through to the other side. So we're just rinsing out those hip joints, maybe stretch the right arm out. Come back into center. Both knees are going to come in towards the heart space. Find a happy baby here. Taking a nice deep breath in, filling up the belly. Long breath out. Let go of the legs. Come to lay into your Shavasana. If you've got a bolster for underneath the knees, go for that. If you're just resting on the floor like me, just let yourself be heavy. Lengthen out the spine. Open the shoulders, the chest. Soften your jaw. Relax the forehead. Nice full breath in and then sigh it out. Again, just inhaling, sighing it out. Deepest breath of your whole practice. Inhale. Completely sighing it out. Exhale. And here we rest, Shavasana. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. We are going to finish up the class, so if you want to rest, maybe just let yourself be here. You can listen, pause it. Otherwise, if you're finishing up, stretch the arms out over your head, reaching back long. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees and start to draw them in towards the chest. Take the hands on top of the shins. And let's turn over to the right side and come up to a seated position with the legs crossed however you want, however feels comfortable for you. With the eyes closed down, just taking the hands onto the knees, palms facing up. Find a nice full breath, inhaling, a long breath out. Take your hands to your heart center, inhale, filling up. As you exhale, release. Bow your chin to your chest. Take a moment to feel a sense of joy and goodness that you took the time to stop and be on your mat today, be on your body, be in your breath, and clear the mind. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thanks for joining me. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, guys, once again. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a little like, a little thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment, let me know how you went with it. If you have any questions along the way. If you do want to come and work with me one-on-one, I'll put the links in the bio as well. And yeah, I will see you next week for practice. Bye, guys.